Hey there, I'm Evangeline right here at Etrailer. Today we are taking a look at the Saris MHS 2+1 with the duo trays and seeing how it fits here on our 2023 Fleetwood Discovery LXE Motorhome. So the Saris MHS is a modular hitch system, that's what MHS stands for, and you can combine different trays and different bike rack carriers and even a cargo basket. However, on the motorhome, I do recommend using the 2+1 with the duo trays because in that combination, it's actually turned into one of my favorite motorhome bike racks. I've tried a bunch of different bike racks on this motorhome today, and the Discovery LXE is notorious for having very limited clearance for handlebars when your bike is loaded up. Now, you can see that our handlebars today do touch the motorhome, but this is actually the best clearance I've had yet so far today. So what I would recommend is first, double check the measurements of your handlebars. Our handlebars today are about 27 inches or 27 and a half. That's from one end to the other end right there. So if your handlebars are a little bit shorter, then you should have some good luck. What I also see on the road is people tend to put pool noodles or rags on the end of their handlebars because the thing you want the least is knocking against the motorhome. If you can minimize that movement or take it away completely, that will be your best bet. And if you have a bike with shorter handlebars, you can arrange your bikes accordingly on these duo trays. The duo trays have a weight capacity of 100 pounds, which is really impressive for a dual wheel mount bike rack, especially one that is rated for RV or motorhome use. So for that, I do say it's pretty impressive compared to other bike racks rated for RV use too. However, when you do have your bikes, you also have to double check what they look like. So our bike here has fenders, so I would have to get the separate fender kit to make sure this is properly secured. The other touch points though is we do have a rear wheel strap, which is actually what I'm going to remove first when I need to take off the bike. That has a lever, and then the strap lifts up. Very limited clearance back here, but the good news is you are able to switch that strap around to whatever is the best fit for you. And then what I do is I push in on that wheel mount, press that lever, and then I can take that wheel mount out. And in our case here, I'm going to put this all the way down to the ground. Then I'm going to go to the other side and then do the same thing. Push in on the wheel mount, press the lever, hold onto the bike this time, and then bring this wheel mount down. So from here, I would then be able to either hoist or kind of ramp the bike down. There is a ramp available as an add-on to this rack that, if you can see here how high our bike sits, let's get this heavy rear hub down first, then a ramp would make things a little bit easier, but also that wasn't too bad. If you do have like a 100-pound bike though, you can see how that weight can add up. Now I'm going to go put this bike away, but let's talk about those locks right there in the center of the tray. This bike rack really has it all. So with those locks that are integrated into the bike rack, you can run the cable around your bikes. There's one per bike rack, and you can see right now there's a lock on the shank. So this is going to be your hitch lock. Bolt comes through, then there's a lock. But on the center of the rack on the tray, those are going to be the locks that go around the bike. And since your base has the lock cores included, you can get this all key-like, which is extra helpful because then it's only one key to secure the whole system. So that ratcheting noise is going to be how this bike rack secures your bikes. Here we have it in our folded out position. This is able to be tilted away. However, that's not really a feature that I utilize on the motorhome because what do I need access to? compared to some other motorhomes that keep their gas tank fill up right there in the back. You can also fold this rack up to be more compact. So let's talk about that. There's some different positions for folding this rack up. There is the complete up and down position, which is helpful for when you need to use this on a vehicle. In the motorhome, we have our angled position, and then down here, we have our drive position. If we're going to talk about ground clearance, we don't really get an accurate measurement of ground clearance while our motorhome has been parked here all day, because if you've ever driven a large motorhome like this, you start it up, it airs up, and then you then rise to drive height. Whether you're in parked height or drive height, since this has a decent amount of clearance and doesn't sit too far back, you should be good. You're not going to be bottoming out when you hit speed bumps or go over potholes. Another measurement here is from the bumper to the end of the rack. That is going to be about 34 inches. And if you're wondering about this bracket here, this bracket does not come with a bike rack, but is actually there to be used with the add-on. However, that add-on is not as recommended for RV use, hence why we took it off. If you were to use this bike rack on your own personal vehicle though, go ahead, put the add-on back on. You can then carry up to 3 bikes. The MHS system is a pretty cool system. I have an overview of it right here on our website, which explains all the different accessories that you can use, how you can mix match things depending on your usage or your situation. But when it comes to motorhomes, the most important thing is going to be your weight capacity and the ability of the bike rack to handle that extra movement and sway and vibration behind a huge motorhome. And the MHS is built super sturdy to be able to handle that. So you saw it here. This had probably one of the best clearances in terms of distance from the motorhome without even a hitch extender. I think it's a great fit. This was a look at the Saris MHS Duo with a 2+1 base on our 2023 Fleetwood Discovery LXE. My name's Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed this journey.